Hi, my name is Odelia, and this has been a hell of a journey. I'm an author, but what does it really mean? Sometimes I think it's slave work because you can work for years and years, even 20 years or so, and get nothing for your labor. Even my parents sometimes think I'm doing nothing. For example, lately I've started drawing to illustrate some parts of my story. The reactions from my family and friends has been, "Wow, you've been really working a lot on your stuff lately." But the truth is, I've worked just as much on everything else I've been working on so far. It's just that every drawing that I do takes me 15 to 20 hours of work, and I can show something for it. But a novel, you only get to show what you did after 200, 400, 1,000 hours of work on it. The fact that it takes you years to revise and finish writing and then revise is something that nobody will ever see you do, so they think you've done nothing. It makes me want to cry sometimes because I feel like going nowhere. It can be very frustrating sometimes because I need to do everything myself. I know a lot of people say, just get a web designer, he'll make you a great website, get a graphic designer, they'll make you a book cover. But I usually end up hating what I see and end up doing it myself. Also, when you do a website, I like to have it on my computer so I can update it as I want and improve it constantly. And then you have those who tell you, get a real editor, they'll help you with that, and they'll find real professionals that are good and give you quality stuff. But it's not as easy as everybody thinks. As they say in business, location, location, location. So if you're located in a good family that has connections, it will be easy. If you're located in a city where there's a lot of editors around and opportunities, you might get there. And it's connections. So yes, if you don't have anybody famous in your family or a name that means something and connections to the industry, then you'll need a lot of luck. Of course, if you're in a city that has opportunity, it's easier, but the further you are from such a place, the more luck you'll need. Now imagine how horrified I was to hear that only 1% of authors in Canada make a living out of their writing. And I don't think there's anybody in fantasy writing that make a living out of their writing. I've actually met several fantasy authors, and none of them made a living out of their writing. They all had another job, either in teaching or translating, something. Remember, I'm talking about Canada. And further, I came from Quebec. While I'm writing in English and in a world that is mainly francophone, and that creates a whole other sets of problems. But do I give up? No. Despite that, I had really bad times, and sometimes I was in total darkness. And it's a very long story, but if you're interested, I'd like to share it with you. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and we'll talk about it later. Maybe I'll finally get a break and you'll be there with me. So, right along my journey. Thank you and goodbye.